Hi, this is Linda Schubert, and I'm one of the team of yoga teachers at the Memorial Athletic Club, the MAC, and want to go over two of the poses that we've used frequently before going into Savasana that help release tension. We use those at the MAC using some props, but now that we're at home, I thought you might want to review how to do these two poses and using things that you'd have around your house. So first, you may want to get some music. If you do, again, I recommend The Father, Father by Kurt Van Sickle that we have been using in class, or if you prefer, Om Sanctuary. If not, Liquid Mind Unity, and it's Liquid Mind number 4 by Chuck Wild. However, these are also really two good poses to use just before you go to bed. And if you choose to do that, there's another CD by Chuck Wild that's designed specifically to help prepare you and put you to sleep. And that is Liquid Mind number 11, Deep Sleep. My husband and I have been using this since I got it about a month ago, and we have both found it very useful. So this is one you might want to try before going to bed in the evening. So if you wish, stop and get some music on before beginning. If not, let's go on. The first one is modified legs up against the wall. When you first start legs up against the wall, you may literally want to go up against a wall, putting your hip up against the wall and then rotating your legs where they're up on the wall. If being close to the wall at a 90-degree angle is too intense, then you can modify this and get a little bit further away. And for some people, this is really where they need to begin. I've had two people specifically that I've worked with that after a couple of months, it finally felt good to go into the modified legs up against the wall using the block. But we're at home now, so instead of a yoga block, just to see if it worked, I went to my bookshelf and I got two books. Sure enough, they work just fine, even if they're not quite as soft as the block. So where do you put the block? You put it where it would rest if you were sitting up, the very bottom of the tailbone on up. So it is not at your waist, it's much lower. And the purpose of this is to allow that curvature in the lower part of the lumbar to release for a little while, to straighten, helping to release lower back tension. So let's go down and try this. You lift up your hips, you place the block under that specific part, and you raise your legs up. However, if you start to feel pain, then you know you need to lower back down and do this without the block for right now. Obviously, with the books, I could remove one book and not have it as high if I chose. And while you're relaxing here in the modified legs up against the wall, I always recommend extending your arms to the side walls, palms up, and allow the shoulders to begin to relax down, countering that hunched over feeling we spend most of the day in when we're on the computer or driving or texting, and allowing the shoulders to relax as well. I recommend staying in this pose for about 5 minutes, allowing that lower back to slowly and gently begin to release. I have tried using this right before bedtime, and I have found it really does help, allowing me to get to sleep. And I found on the nights I've used this, I slept longer before waking up to get up during the night. So again, allow your body just to hang out here and release and relax. If you wish to release, you lift up the hips, you move the block or books out of the way, and lower back down. While you're in that pose, you can always bend your knees, or you can straighten out one leg or the other. We never recommend straightening both legs at the same time because that can be too intense a stretch. But there's always an exception to the rule, and in every class I've taught, I found someone that even though their hips were raised, that actually feels wonderful for them. But as a general practice, we never recommend extending both legs at the same time while in this stretch. Now, if you would like to try another version of opening up the chest, we don't have our blocks or our squishy balls that we use in class. So what to do? Went to the cabinet and got out a blanket, and I rolled that blanket like a long tube. So it's much like a core roller that you might see around the gym. I'm putting that blanket down in alignment where it would be right along my spine. And then I'm simply going to lie down on that blanket. My head's going to be in the blanket, top of the head at the very end. I'm going to open my arms to the side walls, palms are up, thumbs rotating on around towards the floor, and allow my chest to open. I can stay with the soles of my feet on the floor if that's more comfortable, or if it's comfortable for you, you can extend the legs and just allow the feet to flop open naturally. And again, this would be a pose to really just let your body sink into it and savor the opening and the releasing of shoulder tension. So whether you choose modified legs up against the wall or the chest opener, these are two more tools in your toolkit to help you relax and prepare for sleep or for Savasana, whatever you choose. Hope this is helpful. And namaste.